guys? That guy with a pencil here. Fun fact, I do been to have it on me and keep it on me at all times. And another fun fact, I already recorded this live reaction. I did. I already created the live reaction. Yeah. So I read this chapter already. And you may be wondering, Pencil Man, what do you mean you already recorded the live reaction? Like, what do you, if you've already recorded it, why are we not seeing that one? Why are we seeing this one? It's because I literally recorded the entire thing and I finally got my mic working again. And I forgot to unmute it. Same thing for the other video I recorded, which will now not exist for a little bit, because I don't feel like re-recording that one again, because it was long. So, for this one, it's not a live reaction, it's just going to be a general breakdown, or I suppose, a literal review of what I thought of the chapter. And I do think chapter 181, Must Be the Influence of a Curse, is a very, very good chapter, and introduces a very interesting dynamic that I can't wait to see play out on a grander scale, especially considering the nature of the narrative right now. But gosh darn it, I really like that live reaction, or at least what I remember of it, because I have the video footage. It's all muted. And my mic is on this time. I can see it. It's on. I see the audio fluctuation. It's on. So here we are. My apologies. Let's break this chapter down. Nice, smooth, quick, and clean. The chapter opens up really, really nice. There's one little detail I want to point out, or at least a detail that I think is a detail. This may just be me genuinely tweaking. And if Tatsu Sensei said this before, this is the first time I'm noticing it, or at least the first time I've noticed it, mentioning it in review, remembering it. But look at this panel. And look at this panel. I swear these are the same panel reused, except this one is uncropped and this one is cropped. Now watch the positions. Watch the positions. Look at the backpack. So like this girl has a backpack with a triangle on it right here on this point where my mouse is. Now let's scroll down a little bit. Exact same position. This guy who's way too buff to be a high schooler. Same position. Like I think this is legit. It's the same image. And hey, I ain't knocking Tatsu Sensei. It is hard to make manga, so I don't blame for reusing the image, especially considering they did it in a smart way. It isn't just like sometimes you'll see a mangaka reuse a drawing or reuse an image and be like, that's literally the exact same thing. You didn't even add any extra details. This one is very specifically a crop versus uncrop. There is more detail in the uncropped version, and it does give a broader scale. So it is just a detail that I noticed upon my live reaction. I did want to reiterate again before I forgot it. But another thing I'd like to note, I do like how Takakura has sort of become this like school-wide myth, legend, guy who's carried his belt like that. Like well, actually no, there are a couple things we need to know before that, but there is that, so I'll get back to that. But the thing that I do like here is that these guys, like, I mean, well, I don't like them because they are a little bit freaky, but like notably they aren't like advancing into school grounds. I'm not sure, is it like a barrier? Like, why are they not walking into the school grounds? Are they afraid of like adult retaliation? I have no clue. But with that being the case, we see Okaron talking about the idea of him getting training from Granny Psycho. And this is something I'm still not sure if it's going to happen. Because, like, I don't know. We spent so much time heavily speccing into Turbo Granny Okaron. And on top of that, we just introduced two characters who either have contracts with a sort of guardian spirit and or literally just are infused with curses. So, like, I figured those guys would be Okaron's master. And, like, we would get to see that dynamic, and maybe he makes a contract or something with Turbo Granny to get that power back. Like, something. Because, like, there's still... I mean, it's entirely possible. You could just say, like, Act 1 of Dandadan is over. And Act 1 was the ball arc. And he got the ball back. Well, not ball, plural. Ball. He got the balls back, and now he's good. So, like, that arc is just over. We're never going to see Turbo Granny again. But it just feels so strange. It feels so weird. That and with the introduction of those two characters, I still feel like while it is interesting to see Okaron have this like internal conflict about not getting training from Granny Psycho or her not taking it seriously, because unlike Gigi, he doesn't have like a naturally huge reservoirs of latent spirit energy like Gigi does, or the insane natural talent, or well, now he probably does have like a similar physique to Gigi just because of how much training he's accidentally done. But still, all that being the case, I like seeing Okaron in doubt, especially considering for a lot of the more recent narrative, he's definitely been a lot more confident, and even later on the chapter, we're going to see him be a lot more confident and assertive and firm. It's good to still see him, like, struggle a little bit with his own, like, perception and self-worth. That's a really good thing. And next thing, I do like, everyone is terrified of this gaggle of individuals. And hey, to be fair, if I was in high school, and I saw a guy built like this, he's built like that, and he's posted up with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and I think there's more, like more of his homies. Yeah, I'd be a little bit terrified too, because why are your biceps just as big as that girl's head? So like, I'd be a bit terrified as well. But with that being the case, the whole school is kind of just, or maybe not the whole school, it's just this like select group, but still, it seems very consistent that Takakura is just like him. Because because Takakura recognizes the guys from Renjaku. If you'll remember, they met in the, my brain was completely shut down there. The fairy tale, not the fairy, is it fairy tale or the fairy card? Whatever, the thing that did the thing when we first fought and met Count Saint Germain. Or at least we met Count Saint Germain before that. We met him at the end of the Kerr invasion, but we actually fought alongside him at the end of the fairy tale card arc. They are all from that big bad brawl, and Okaru recognizes them from there. So does Momo. Obviously, Vamola is just none the wiser. She has not been allowed to do much of anything. Kind of sort of like she had a little moment recently against, I've already forgotten her name again. The girl who has issues with her self-worth. Gosh darn it, I forgot. But well, that could be a lot of characters in this universe. But still, the more recent one that was introduced that had the little people with her. But essentially, all that being the case, he recognizes them, and I feel bad for. Oh, sorry, I went on a complete sidetrack on my sidetrack. Momola, love her for her backstory, for her character, and her future implications on the plot. Once again, we seem to be in a more like magical, mystical yokai spirit arc, but like, the Kerr weren't actually defeated, or at least not all of them, I don't believe. And even not the Kerr, there's still a bunch of other alien species out there. And of course, we still have the open plot line of Amola's family coming to come get her, or if not come get her, like, I don't know, pick her. Like, I still don't know, like, were they just planning to live? Because I know technically Earth was meant to be their, like, new planet. So, like, they're gonna come conquer that too. We're gonna have a Vamola versus family arc. But essentially, Vamola hasn't done much. Like, even in her own arc, where she was the focal point of it, and we got her backstory, she was kind of just saved by Kinta, and stood around. So, like, it's real rough and unfortunate, but she still has a good intro fight. She has a really good character, really good backstory. So I'm hoping we get some more from her. But ultimately, Takakura is forced to be the intermediator. And he's told to just go do something about it. Go get rid of them. And Okaru just built like, and I love, the thing that I love the most is that Okaru is still being drawn and is like, actually, they're called UAPs, not UFO. Like, he's very much being drawn in that style, obviously with his more updated hair. But still, he has this appearance to him, but even though his appearance still screams, actually, he's actually treated like a real, like, threat, and or not a threat. He's given genuine respect, and people believe, like, hey, you can handle this scenario, because we sure can. I love seeing that, and see how they all come up, and just, like, stand behind and watch him go and cook. And we see they do pull up. Once again, we do have adorable interactions here with Vamola, still learning a bit about human society, but also still being about the business, as she says, "You're in the way! Don't make me smite you. I have it on me, and I keep it on me at all times. Don't let the school uniform fool you. I will beat the brakes off you." And ultimately, she does not end up giving up her name. And while the guys do immediately get hostile a little bit, one of them does end up recognizing Takakura. Notably, the most important thing to remember is that they didn't really have much time to talk at the end of the Fairy Tail card arc. Like, Takakura showed up, was standing on business, they were in the middle of a war, the business inverted itself, they got out, and they were fighting again, and then the arc ended. Like, they legit had little no time together. So it still actually is pretty impressive that they remember Okaron. But, of course, now that they remember him, they are calming down, and they call over a certain someone. My glorious, dripped out, sandals wearing king, Unji Zuma. Honestly, it's so weird. I really like Vamola, but at the same time, this may be, is this the recency bias speaking? It may be the recency bias speaking. Oh, is it the recency bias? It may be. Hold on. Is he third? He may be. That's the thing. He's had so little time in the narrative, but from his character design to his backstory to his involvement in the fight to his spirit abilities with the umbrellas and Umbrella Boy, like, he just hits different for me. And the drip is immaculate. Bro said, hold on, let me trim the beard a little bit. But don't you worry. I'm going to get this hair out, dog. He's so clean, dog. And honestly, for some reason, I'm not sure if this is just me, his character design reminds me of Aang. Yeah, like, Avatar The Last Airbender, there aren't many other Aangs. But, if any other Aangs. But it's like Avatar The Last Airbender Aang. I don't know why. Not even the drip, literally just his facial structure. And, like, especially now that he has his hair grown out. For some reason, it screams the last Avatar to me. It screams Aang. But with it being the case, Unji Zuma has pulled up after a while, and it does imply that time has passed in the universe, or at least a decent chunk of time, as they don't even recognize him. With the haircut, the glasses, all that, you're like, oh, what is this? And I would say that's unrealistic, but like, as a guy who used to universally wear glasses, and also used to have short hair, the amount of people who just, if I haven't seen them since since that phase. Even though I personally haven't aged a lot, like period, point blank, or at least like physical changes. I've gotten beefier, as in bigger, but like I haven't really changed physically, facial structure wise. The other people I've met from my previous time in life, like high school, early college days, they look at me and they're like, pencil? And I was gonna be like, yes, it would in fact be the pencil. So it makes perfect sense that they don't recognize him at first. And once again, love Vomola. As Unji's like, hey, yo, it's me, you know, the guy who you fought and risked your life alongside. Yeah, that guy. And ultimately they're shot to see him. And once again, I have to admit, he's got that on though. Why is he so clean with it? But ultimately, they're actually happy to see him fixed, Momo specifically. Because of course, she's the one that had the main bonding arc with Zuma. Notably, I don't think our casting crew really met him. Like, really? Like, who met him? Okaron met him right towards the end when he was taken over by Umbrella Boy. I think the class rep... No, the class rep didn't meet him because she was outside the book. So, like, genuinely, they don't have much of a connection with Zuma, but Momo does because they spend a whole bunch of time together within that book. And, of course, the time of the book is going to be our biggest and most legacy concern for pretty much all characters involved here. As we see that Zuma, after being a little bit confused over where the heck Momo is, gets a drop kick to figure out that she's small, and brings up the idea that, hey, well, let's be real. I'm cursed too. Ever since all that stuff happened, my eyes have gone bad. But more importantly, yeah! Huh? You're the man from the cursed trunk. His name is Daiki Hakono, and he's aging at an unnatural rate. My dad found Daiki's home. We went there together, but... Don't be ridiculous! Daiki's not an old man! How dare you pull a prank like this? It had only been 4 years since Daiki disappeared. 4? Oh, that's because time goes faster inside the cursed trunk. Of course, they would never believe that this is Daki. All he did was get a present from his parents for his birthday, and love it. I mean, isn't that the saddest thing? I'll do what I can to help him. Once again, Zuma, he's good with the sauce, bruh. He's good with this. He leads this whole gaggle of rough, tough-looking individuals, but he's actually a sweetheart. He seems to have this rough, tough, extra exterior where he's about the business, he stands on business, and guess what? He wants to help anybody he can with all his ability, and also convinces a whole bunch of other people to follow him. Like, that's the thing. Even his abilities, like, he has a really cool, crazy top-of-the-line design when he's transformed, but his ability is still umbrella. Like, there's everything that's good about Zuma, and he's just so glee with it. And it's good to see him, like, actually still want to work it out. Realistically, he already completed one end of his bargain. He was like, hey, I gotta get you out of the cursed trunk, and they got him out of the cursed trunk, and the cursed trunk was cooked. But with it being the case, it is interesting that the cursed realm is having differing side effects based on possibly the person, or because the thing I'm wondering is, right, do any of their powers have anything to do with it? Because notably, the one person who has actual external strength isn't aging, but his eyesight is reducing, almost as if the cursed trunk or whatever remnants of the curse were not able to actually deeply affect him enough to make him blind or anything like that. Same thing for Daiki, where ultimately, since he had no power, either innate or external, he's just forced to age all the time he would have aged. But even then, remember, he was a kid. Then he aged up into a young adult. Then he aged up into this. So I don't know. It's very strange. Because then Momo has no external power, but has a proper internal power. Like a very powerful internal power, which is their psychokinesis. So, like, I genuinely don't fully know how this would work. But with it being the case, we see that while Zuma, Momo... Okay, she's not staring into my soul this time. There's a panel earlier where she's looking and I'm like, whoa, Momola, put those peepers away. But with it being the case, we see that Ida and Gigi are mostly chilling. Where's Sakakura? Hey, he said they'd wait at the entrance. Sorry, I'm giving this voice... I'm giving like nearly to the same voice. Lots of people down here. Hey, what's up? What's going on? Oh, Inoji. Oh, you're so handsome, Inoji. Please, tell me one secret. Yeah, what is it? Where's Evil Eye? Where is he? Where has he had his? Is he just satisfied? Was the curse invaded? I need some confirmation, dog. That's a curse that should be affecting him way more than it does. But with it being the case, we see that ultimately there are in fact a gaggle of fools outside, as everyone else noticed, and thusly Takakuro's in there to be like, hey, dip out. But of course he's not going to say, hey, dip out to Odessa his friends. He's going to be like, whoa, whoa. Well, if you couldn't tell, I was listening to Epic the Musical, and I'm a little bit EP. That's why my brain slipped straight down the rabbit hole. My brain was like, crewmates, kids, crewmates. I don't know why. My brain, it do be doing that. It's that weird word association. With that being the case, they see him, Takakura went to tell them off, and now they started like that for ages. Funny thing is, they're literally all hearing hearing Okaron and I would just have to think Okaron and Zuma talking, and he's just holding his hand up like this. Because remember, they can't see Momo, so she's like here on his hand, and no one's noticing as he's chatting to her. But with that being the case, we see them chatting and talking and chatting and talking. And he's like, oh no, I can't deal with not another male love interest. I'm already not gonna win against Okaron. I can't get third place. Yeah, and unfortunately, Kenta doesn't count. But with that being the case, we see Gigi lunge in. Now, I'll admit, at first I was gonna excuse this as a strange maneuver. No, I'm still gonna like why such immediate violence? It don't seem like a public space. Either you're not in empty space, you're surrounded by innocent people. If you were to actually go in a way that would dispel the... No, I'm legit, like, he's just holding her. I don't really get that. I don't really get the active dive in that Gigi does here. But he does actively dive in head first. He loops... Well, no, he doesn't loop. Ida transforms, loops her arm around. He gets shoulder checked. And then... Notably, he throws Momo away to keep her safe, which I think is sweet. And then Ida comes in to dropkick him. However, both things have been stuck to the ground. So, wait, no. This, ladies and gentlemen, do not record when tired ever. Why is Pokemon Showdown running through my head? What do I mean record when... What am I talking about? I'm not laying hazards in Showdown. Wake up. Hold on. Essentially, they get to scuffling. As we see, Gigi holds Momo, Ida is getting ready to engage with Umbrella Boy, and Umbrella Boy is ready to go to work. And we see that the whole gang's ready to go to work to protect Zuma, because of course they are. And suddenly everyone begins to not transform, because I don't think Gigi's transforming here. I think his eyes just went blank. But this does look almost close to Evil Eye, and his hair is spiked up perfectly for it. Ida already has her mask on, and even Zuma begins to go into Rainbow. Whoa, where, see, this is 2 reasons why I like to keep the original recording. 1, I'm EP right now, after doing the original recording, and then, I'm just EP in general, like, what am I getting? What am I doing? But essentially, they all transform, they all lunge in, they all get ready to do battle, then Vamola clutches up, just like she always can. Momo ends up grabbing, I think, their souls to block out their powers, and then bada bing, bada boom, they find out they're all on the same side, everyone chills out a little bit, and they get ready for action. But alright, that's it. That's the review. That's the video. A W video. Well, not a W video, but that's up for you to decide. A W review, though. A W review. I like it. I like the contents of the chapter. I like building the dynamic between Zuma and the rest of the group. I hope Vimola gets something. I hope the other characters do get something to do. But obviously, I think I need Okaron to get back. I need Momo to get back to full strength. Like, I need something to fix this. But overall, if you made it all the way to the end of this video, please do me a favor and capture the magic. Capture the magic in the comment section down below. Thank you so much for watching. Please remember to leave a like, share, comment, and subscribe. And I hope you guys have a wonderful day. This is That Got the Pencil, writing off.